Risk. What is actually risk? Well, risk has many departments, and this is a department that I thought was kind of just common sense, but it's clearly not, so we need to talk about it. So here I am doing a video on it. Let's make sure everybody understands this department of risk. I'm honestly not sure what category to put this in because I guess this is Trading 101, a basic, but let's make sure that this department of risk is covered. Risk has many different areas to it, but as far as what risk is, here is something that it is not, but it can be depending on the situation. In most cases, it's not, but this person is pretty much looking at risk as the way I want to look at it as a coin flip risk. So if you have a coin, we'll do, no, that wasn't very good. So here we go. We got a heads, and then we have a tail. I wonder why they call it tails. Does anybody, put it in the section, where did tails come from? Does anybody know? I don't know the history of that. Anyways, so we have heads and tails. Basically, you have two possible outcomes, right? You can either get heads or you can get tails. And one type of risk, hence, heads and tails risk, is you flip a coin and either, so let's just say, I'm gonna risk $100 on this type of risk. Meaning, if it's heads, you get $100. If it's tails, you lose $100. It's very binary. So think about, binary, bicycle, two. So this is, a type of risk that is out there, yes, where you flip a coin and you're either getting one or the other, and that's it. There is no in between. And that's not how risk operates in the stock market. Now, if you pick some penny stock that nobody's ever heard of, that maybe trades like $10 a day, well then yes, that would kind of be a coin toss type flip, kind of. But as far as the vast majority of the cases, if you're trading just even a halfway decent ticker symbol, that's trading hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, then it is not a heads tails type risk situation. Because yeah, you can lose money in it, but in this situation, like I said, if you are wrong, boom, the $100 is gone because there is only two choices. But that's not how this works out. And I want to explain more so how this works. But where did all this come from? Well, there was a YouTube comment that I got, and it's not necessarily the YouTube comment, but what really caught my eye was how many people gave it a thumbs up, meaning like, yeah, I agree with you. And to see that amount of people that agreed was such a flawed and such a basic concept being misunderstood, yeah, it's apparently not as commonsensical as what I thought it was, hence this video. So let's get to this exchange, and then I'll explain more of that using the numbers that this person's using. A little more context here. This is being commented on with one of my live trade videos that I do. So Rob says, goes down $60,000 to make $1,400. Wow. I know why you don't show these every single day, because you be taking hits. I asked them back, where is this $60,000 number coming from? And sure, I take hits. Did you miss my video from last week? And then I link them to a video where I actually show me taking a loss. They come back, bro, if you have 3,000 shares at $20 per share, isn't that 60,000 in a trade? So yes, their math is right. I had their shares times the purchase price, so $60,000. But what is the word he associates with $60,000? Yes, I had $60,000 in the trade. But then he says goes down, implying that this $60,000, is at risk of being gone. I mean, I've gone down $60,000, and that's, wow, you went down. You could have lost $60,000 and all you made was $1,400. And then again, the key thing, did you notice on the image, all the thumbs up? I think it was 9 at this point, but I checked it a couple days ago, and now it's up to 11. So 11 people are thinking that I went down $60,000, that somehow $60,000 was at risk. And again, they said that this stock was at, we'll change up the colors, $20. So in order for that $60,000 to be good, for me to lose $60,000, what has to happen to that $20? What does that $20 need to be worth? If you don't know how to answer this, then I'm not saying you're stupid or anything. I'm just saying, well, you just have more to learn, and that's fine. So this is kind of a good real life quiz, real life mile marker test for your understanding. If I'm trading a stock that's $20 and I'm going to lose all 60,000, then what would have to happen is this right here. This $20 would need to drop to being worth $0. And is that going to happen on a day trade? I suppose it could. I mean, I suppose just some freak of nature event could happen. But if that's how you're basing your decisions, on some absolutely freak of nature situation where this is 20 and then all of a sudden it's 0, then yeah, you probably just, I don't even know how you function as a human being. Because technically speaking, when you cross the street in a freak, you could roll your ankle on an acorn, fall down, break both legs, and then a driver who's too high up doesn't see you laying in the road, and you get hit as you cross the street. I mean, that's kind of like a freak. Same thing here. Is $20 gonna, now could $20 all of a sudden kind of quickly drop to $19, $18? I'd still argue that's kind of a freak thing, but sure, that could happen. But does that mean that I'm losing all 60,000 if I have to sell? No, not at all. Am I losing? Yes. But am I losing $60,000 like this person is implying? I mean, you could have lost 60,000 and only you made, 1,400. If this is all, dude, I get it. I understand. You can probably turn off the video. You understand this department of risk. And I thought most people do. But again, when you see all those thumbs up, apparently a lot of people don't understand this part about trading, is that in order for me to have lost what you put into a trade, that implies that the price would have to, in a coin toss, all of a sudden go down to 0. But that's not how trading works, because there is volume, there is liquidity. Prices go up and down, but is a price going from 20 to 0 to 10 to 0 to $7.50 to 40? No, that'd be the craziest stock ever, and that's not how things function. So just realize that because you put in a certain amount does not mean that that certain amount is at risk. Now, some types of trading, some types of, you go to a casino, it can look more so like that. But again, trading, assuming you're picking the proper stocks, is not going to be a coin toss type risk. It's not either I make $60,000 or I lose $60,000. Either I make $1,400 or I lose $60,000. That sounds really bad, and that's what this person is implying. Like, okay, if you get heads, you make $1,400. If you get tails, you lose $60,000. Well, yeah, when you look at it like that, because you don't understand, that does sound really bad. And a lot of people think that somehow that's how this was all going to work out. Like, I could have lost $60,000, and because of that, and only making $1,400, that makes the trade not make any sense. Now, there were quite a few people that came into this comment section, I didn't include it, and try to help this person out. But then this Rob person, they kept on going at it. They kept on implying, because you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, and that's why I actually use this comment, because with the further confirmation, this person was not being misunderstood. This is exactly what they thought was happening, was I was literally, at risk of losing $60,000, and then all I ended up making was $1,400, which is just not how the market works, and that's not how risk works. Again, and I'll end with this, can it work this way? Yeah, if you put yourself in hey, let's toss a coin, yeah, that carries a very straightforward risk. You're either making 100 or you're losing it. But that's not what you should be. Let me put it this way. If you are trading and it is like that, then that is really bad risk. You're doing it, you're in some sort of vehicle, you're in some sort of trading situation where that's not a good spot to be in. You should not have your entire amount at risk, where it could disappear like that. So hopefully this makes sense. And it's one of those things where I think I explained it well, but it's kind of like, really, you thought like $60,000 could have disappeared in the blink of an eye? So that's not how it works. And that's why you got to pick the right strategy, pick the right stocks, because when you do, yes, there's still risk out there, but this type of drastic risk that this person was implying and that apparently a lot of other people also thought, yeah, that's just not how it works. If you are out there trading alone currently and maybe are in the market looking for a community to join to assist you in your trading or to just help you, give you another set of eyeballs, then I do have a private trading community where you can trade alongside me and other experienced traders. So what you see popping up on the screen right now is both an information link. So if you click on the Inner Circle one, that is going to take you to the page where I explain all the details of what exactly come with the community, both the chat room and the newsletter. And then the other image that has popped up is a behind the scenes tour where you can see exactly what is going to be contained within the community. I take you through, like I said, a behind the scenes tour of everything, and that way you'll know precisely what you are getting when you join. So definitely check that stuff out if you are interested and thinking about wanting to join a community, and let me know if you have any questions.